appreciation for the word of God that you quote for South Sudan. And also I'm going to be welcoming, we have our brother from Sudan, we are just separate, but we still see ourselves that we still have a relation. So I'm going to call Sudan ambassador or representative of South Sudan in Ottawa to come and mark a few words. Sami.
Good morning for all who have arrived just to celebrate our brother and sister in the country South Sudan. And of course, despite that we have separated and now we have become two countries, still the relation between the two countries, especially the people-to-people relation, is still there. And still we in Sudan, we consider ourselves as a one nation, not two countries. And Mr. Francis, he knows that. Still now how many people from South Sudan, they are in Sudan. And now because of the war that is going on Sudan now 100,000 of Sudanese people now they are in South Sudan, and really the government of South Sudan, they made their efforts, and they now give our people all the cares they need, and we still in Sudan consider South Sudan is the closest country to ours, and still despite what happened in the past. And of course, everywhere there is a mistake have been made by people, but still, one day we're gonna be stronger and stronger countries. And in Sudan, always we welcome our friend, our sister country, people from our sister country, South Sudan. And now also there is an effort made by the government of South Sudan try to gap the bridges between the components of the Sudanese society, political society, just to come to sit and try to reach an agreement that will, at the end or eventually, will help us to get to the peace. And thank you very much for inviting me to have this opportunity and to talk to people, and wish all of you, and especially the people of South Sudan, all the best in the future. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Sami, for the mark of the words that you clear it to the people of South Sudan. When the Sudan become independent, or Sudan is becoming divided into two countries, it is not a choice of individuals, but it is what it is happened, and it is being accepted by the people of the both sides, Sudan and South Sudan, and they are still living as brothers and sisters. You right now find more of people of Sudanese who are living in South Sudan, and others South Sudanese have been living in Sudan in the same times. So we, as people of South Sudan, we believe that a solution and peace in Sudan is we are supporting whatever come out. We are willing for Sudan to have a peace, and we are not wishing that Sudan still have to go in the war. So I'm going to call upon the embassy of the Tanzania in Ottawa in order to give and remarks the word Tanzania being a capable country supporting the people of South Sudan during of the war. Refugees are being flowing in Tanzania, and Tanzania was a great country that South Sudan will never forget for all what they did for the people of South Sudan in the past. So I'm going to call upon the representative of the Tanzania, Charlie.
Thank you, Francis. Good morning, everyone. behalf of the High Commissioner of Tanzania, who was supposed to be here, but he couldn't because of other engagements that he had. I'm representing him. He sends his regards and congratulations to the people of South Sudan for marking this day. Brothers and sisters, I have not prepared any remarks, but I wish to take this opportunity to appreciate everyone for being here, and Tanzania being a member of the East African Community, who South Sudan is currently the chair. We will show our support to every cause that South Sudan will take, and we assure solidarity with the people of South Sudan in Africa and outside Africa and everywhere Tanzania will be. We wish to assure our solidarity with you. Thank you so much.
Thanks to Tanzania High Commissioner in Ottawa, Canada. And we're gonna continue. Before I give my speech, I'm gonna be calling upon the Chad is one of the close country before South Sudan become a state, but we still have a good relationship because Chad have been supporting the South Sudanese refugees during of the war. So for that reason, Chad have been playing a big role, peace in Sudan and in South Sudan. So I'm going to call upon the Chadian ambassador in Ottawa to come and mark a few words. Thank you, Mr. Ambassador.
Good morning, brothers and sisters. Closer. Okay. I'm tall as South Sudanese. Thank you for the opportunity. I just want to take this opportunity to congratulate South Sudanese people for their independence and for the celebration of this day. As my brother said, I didn't have any particular remarks, and I didn't receive any instruction from my ambassador, but I just want to congratulate you and to thank all of you to be here. Thank you very much.
You are really tall like a South Sudanese. Thank you again for the warm word that you present to us this morning, because South Sudan is the one right now in East Africa playing a big role to bring the peace in entire Africa, and also is playing a role with the good relationships in economic and whole capacity that they can be able to do. So I'm going to call upon the South Africa High Commissioner in Ottawa to come and mark a few words in this day. So please, no, it's you. So I'm going to call upon you to come and say a few words. Thank you.
Good day to all. On behalf of the High Commissioner of South Africa, we would like to congratulate South Sudan for the 30th anniversary, and we like to thank you all who are here, and we will rally behind South Sudan as South Africa will be a shoulder to cry on when the time of need comes, and in times, if there's anything, you can come to us and talk to us. Thank you, and thank you for coming. Thank you very much.
To close this, I'm going to call upon one of the Sudanese leaders in the community and a politician, Kek Murde, come and mark your word.
Before I give some few words, I would like all of you to stand up and observe the minute of silence for our fallen people during this travel home. Thank you. As Francis said, I would like also to thank all the ambassadors, representatives of different nations accredited to Canada, the Embassy of Tanzania and South Africa, Chad, Sudan. I thank wholeheartedly for your initiative to come over here for responding to our invitation that was extended to you by our brother Francis. This is very nice, and I hope that we will continue also to engage with each other here in Canada so that we learn from each other too. This day is really a very important day for South Sudanese in diaspora, here in diaspora and also at home, because it was the day actually they become free from injustice that was taking place previously with the previous regime that actually came out from Khartoum. We have a good relationship with people of Khartoum, people to people. The relationship was there, was good. But it was a war of a struggle of freedom for the people of South Sudan to have their own state as today we have it. We thank all the African leaders for their also effort to make sure that South Sudan also is done among the nations in Africa. This war, or this day that we are celebrating today, it started a long time ago. It started on the 18th August 1955, 4 months before the independence of Sudan. That time, the people of South Sudan rose up, they took arms, they went to bush, and which the resistance actually they call it Anyanya 1. And that resistance, or that movement ended in 1972. Then we signed an agreement with the Khartoum government. Then we went to Sudan. Again, the demand of South Sudanese was not fulfilled at the time. And then in 1983, again, no, 1975, there was voting in Ottawa, and then they went back to the bush. In 1983, again, the people of South Sudan rose up, and then they took arms and they went to bush. And we fought for 21 years until Naivasha agreement that was held in 2005. And not just on that, so the people of South Sudan were given a right to go for self-determination, to determine their fate, their destiny, what do they really want. And then peacefully, we achieve our independence through the ballot, so through the referendum. So any one of us is very proud, and also we are proud for our brothers in Khartoum, especially the late, not the late, our brother, former president of Sudan, Muhammad Hassan al-Bashir, who actually stood very firm to recognize the outcome of South Sudanese referendum. The voting that was held, he immediately recognized it. So we're really very thankful for him and his leadership at the time, and also for the people of Sudan. Today is a joyful day, a day that all of us we should enjoy, because I do remember at the early age of at the early 80s, I joined the movement also. I was one of the liberators. Okay, I went to the bush in 1984. At the beginning of 1984 is when I joined actually the movement, SPLM, and we fought. Okay, so it is a day that we need to come out, enjoy it. People must celebrate it because it has given us the freedom. It has given us this flag that we have today. And this flag that you see today here, it is the blood, it is cemented by the blood of many people who actually have shed their blood for them to have this flag today. And that we should feel proud as South Sudanese to celebrate everywhere you are, whether you are in your own house, you are in your own different country, but it is time for you to celebrate because already you have recognition, you have a nation, you have achieved your own nation, you have your own flags, you have your own country, you have your own boundary, you have everything. And also we thank our brothers from Africans that who have stood with us during the struggle. Our struggle also is very similar to many people. For example, in 2011 I went to South Africa and I see the way actually they have suffered. I went to the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, they took us there and we have seen all the gallery and we went to museum, we went to all these places. People have suffered, shed blood for them to have a freedom, to have a color that they have today in South Africa. The same thing also in Namibia, in Rwanda, Angola, and the rest of the Africa too, okay? So this day that we have today, we should not take them lightly. These are the days actually people shed blood. And for them actually to be compensated, we just need to remember them, enjoy this day, okay? Some of these fighters or some of our local population, they took a lot of sacrifice and some of them right now, they are not even enjoying what they have actually contributed. For example now, our late hero, Dr. John Garang Ramabio, he sacrificed a lot, but he did not enjoy anything. Just for the matter of 21 years, he died, he passed away in helicopter crash, okay? But he's very proud where he is now because he liberated the country for his people. The same thing also as done by the rest of the leaders of African country. Now our task as the leaders of African, or you here, is to make sure that Africa prosper. Africa must have to have a peace. We have to encourage ourselves that fighting among ourselves will not take us anywhere. Now Sudan has a big problem. Other countries, they have a big problem. But we as African and leaders of Africa, we need to encourage each and everyone that we must sit down and dialogue. Now we have a number of refugees coming from Sudan, and we welcome them as they did in the past. Okay, they welcome our people in the south, and now we are welcoming them. And our president, Salva Kiir Mayardit, now is engaging the Sudanese government, the Sudanese authority from both sides to come and sit down. And this is the spirit that we need in everywhere, because now it's the chair of this African community, and it is his role as a leader in the region to engage those who are engaged in war between themselves. So I'm very thankful for your presence here. I will not go much than I'm supposed to be, but I'm very thankful for your coming, and also I would like to apologize on behalf of our community here that many of them they did not show up, but just because today is a working day. Okay, people are very engaged. All of us we know here that so there's many things that actually people are engaged with their work and all this. So with no further explanation of all this, I thank all of you for coming and thank you so much, Francis.
Thank you. Kek Ngunding is a man in the community, is driving us in a good driving. So when I'm saying he's a good driver, he's a one of who have a vision for the people of South Sudan in Canada, and also have a vision for the people of Sudan in South Sudan and Sudan at the same time. He's a man have a big heart. So I'm going to call upon the Councillor of Barhaven, who has been supporting a community hard worker, and he never sleep. He all the time hoping that whole community are in safe. So Wilson Liu is a councillor in the city of Ottawa to come and mark your word. Thank you.
Hi everyone, thanks very much. As Francis introduced, my name is Wilson. I'm the City Councillor for Barhaven East. There's a little bit of rain that's starting, so I'll keep it very brief. Yeah, so South Sudan and Canada were both sort of founded on through negotiation, right? We had the confederation with we had the discussions about confederation with the United Kingdom, with Great Britain back then. South Sudan had the comprehensive peace agreement with the government in Khartoum. So, despite there have been generations of conflict that sort of brought you here, but the positive message is that you are here, right? You're here contributing to the social fabric of Ottawa, to the social fabric of Canada, and couldn't be happier to celebrate your Independence Day. So congratulations on 13 years of independence, and hope to be here for many more. As Francis said, I did not sleep I did sleep 3 hours last night, so yeah, it's a fairly accurate portrayal of my night last night. So thanks again for organizing this and for the invitation to be here. I do want to express some regrets on behalf of the mayor and the deputy mayors who cannot be here today. There were some last minute legislative items we had to take care of today. So thank you, and I guess we'll take care of this. All right, thank you.
Thank you, Wilson. I just want to acknowledge to you that we get from the government of Canada recognition certificate from the House of Commons. We get this one from the conservative leaders here, who is congratulate the people of South Sudan for today. This is one of that recognition that we get from for South Sudanese today in the government of Canada. And we have another one also. We get another also recognition from the government of Canada. Here, as you guys see it here. We also get another, where we didn't be able to get them today, from John Pressure. He's a member of Parliament of Ontario. He's supposed to be here today, but people are engaged. I will not take long. Just want to go forward. Today, dear citizen of Republic of South Sudan, dear citizen of the Republic of South Sudan, let me get it out, it's not very well. Yeah. In Canada, His Excellency President of Republic of South Sudan, Salva Kiir Mayardit, and His Excellency the South Sudan Ambassador to Canada and USA, Santino Perdol, who is supposed to be with us today, but there is an acceptable condition that he did allowed him to be here today. In Washington, he passed his greeting to all of you who are attending this morning to celebrate the National Flag Day of South Sudan in the capital city, Ottawa, Canada. Your